I put this segment in my recent video about the neighbor, since in his interview, the old 3 a.m. timeline was mentioned. But since this is important to revisit, I decided to make a separate video. So this is about the Banfield cop stop, where 2 campus cops are writing tickets to 3 freshman guys at 3 a.m. Behind them, we see a group of people walking by and wonder where they're coming from. That area is basically the street next to the King Roadhouse. There is also a small pathway between their house and the cop stop area that could have been used to get away on foot. Let's take a look.
Nobody to hear something, I guess it sparks a lot of people's emotions, and of course their conspiracy theories. How could nobody hear? But this happened at 3 o'clock in the morning. A knife was used, and you were in bed.
Back in the beginning, when they were going by the 3 a.m. timeline, had me remembering. The Banfield cop stop. It happened on the same night, around the same time, and coincidentally, their body cams started at 2:53, which is the exact same time that Maddie supposedly made her last call. But remember this part. At 3:12 and 36 seconds, where behind one of the officers you can see a group of people walking briskly across the street that's by the King Roadhouse. I've always seen this as extremely suspicious and wonder if this could really be the time when everything happened, and the people who did it. Now zooming in and slowing it down. So that was from this cop's body cam. Now we're going to see the other officer's point of view. Clearly you can see that they noticed the 4 or 5 people walking behind them, but kind of odd not to question them at least. This is the area we are seeing, but in the daytime. Okay, so this is the area. This is how close the house is from there. Basically a street over. Luckily I saved this maps clip from 2 years ago when I was going to make this fraternity video. Here's the house. And across from the house is the steps and little walkway that comes out ahead of the cop stop area. Whoever did the crimes could have walked through that little pathway if they got away on foot. So what do you think about 3 o'clock being the possible timeline? Do you think that that group of people walking past could have been involved? What about possibly using that pathway, and being on foot? Always so many questions when it comes to this case. Let's keep digging and continue to pray for proper justice.